All right. So, first things first, I have to say thank you because I noticed that we have passed 400 subscribers. I think we hit it like the other day, and I just so focused on my strategy and testing and all that stuff that I forgot to mention it. But the last time I looked, we were at like 407. That's crazy. I still remember the first time I hit like 50, and I was like, "What? Why are 50 people wanting to watch these videos?" But anyways, I really appreciate it. So thanks for everyone subscribing. That's great. Um, for the new people, we're trading on Apex accounts. I have a funded account that kind of doing pretty rough on, so I had to scale down, and then a evaluation account that I signed up for recently, and then I have group trading, so set up in Tradervue. So we have 3 contracts going to the funded and 1 contract going to the evaluation. After today's trade, you'll see, or I'll go over where all the accounts stand. I just got away from doing that because I was trying not to focus on the money, but I feel like my mindset is in a good place right now where I can start talking about that again. I didn't want to focus too much on it. At this point, I don't really care about it. I talk about this later, but my only goal is to focus on performing exactly how I perform when I do back testing sessions, because in those sessions we're making money. So now it's just a matter of putting my emotions aside, getting my mental aspects down perfect, and the discipline to trade exactly like that live, which is so much harder than it sounds. If you're a trader, you understand that. So that's my goal, is to trade exactly like a back testing session, and we'll go over that later. Yesterday's video, I said I wasn't trading in the afternoon. After I posted the video, I did end up getting home in enough time to take a trade, so it was a losing trade, but it was exactly what I would have done in a backtesting session, so I'm not worried about it. I did record it, so we'll just play through that quickly first, and then we'll get on to today's video. I'm not taking an afternoon session because I do have plans again today this afternoon, and our morning trade was a green trade, and I would like to just end on a good note this week. It's been a rough couple days since I started this strategy. I just feel like I just keep going up and down, and then down, down, down. And then we had the long weekend, so we had to sit around and wait. So it just felt like I wasn't getting anywhere with it. So it's nice to end on a really great trade. And then next week we'll come back with a full week and really see what this strategy can do. With that, thank you guys again for supporting this thing I'm doing, and enjoy the trade, and I'll talk to you all later. See if we get a fair value gap here. I feel pretty good about us taking out the London buy side. Not quite making it up to the top of this move, but we were within this fair value gap back here, but targeting down here. Maybe we won't get an entry, but I don't think I would have wanted to entered based on that. Guess we could have entered based on that, on this fair value gap back here. But in my back testing, I was not doing that. I was only ever entering on an older fair value gap if it was formed between like 9:30 and 10, and we had not tested it yet. Let's see if this next candle comes back up. If we can get closer to 45-ish, we can get in. Put a sell up here, because I know I'm going to be getting in if we get down there. Oops, not a sell, we need a buy, because we're going to sell. Let's go ahead and just get in there. It's close enough for me. It's a it's only 4 points off from where we would have entered, so we're only risking an extra 4. But I'm targeting like 180 down here. So now we wait. Well, that was perfect. We didn't quite ever get the retest, but I noticed on my back testing there were several that I could just mark it in close to it, and I'm risking an extra. This was an extra. We risked an extra 6 points. It's not a big deal when we're targeting lows like that. So I decided to just, when we get a really strong movement like that, mark it in when we get close to the entry, because if it does come up and hit it, we would be getting in anyways. And if not, then we were able to catch moves like this. And if it doesn't play out, like I said, we're only risking an extra handful of points, so it's not that big of a deal. We would have taken a loss anyways when it does come up to our entry. So this is what I've been working on, and that's, yeah, felt pretty good. I almost was about to start debating on holding longer past the sell side, but I wasn't doing that in back testing. There were plenty of days where it did go past my target, and we don't need to capture the whole move. We are looking for the juicy part. We are looking for the higher risk part. We are looking for the part that we've tested and proven that works. And this is what this was an optimal trade today. Well, I'm just gonna be done trading for the day. I started marking out my lunch session, but I was invited to go out to lunch, and it would be nice to just end the day on this note after the last couple days. We may get something this afternoon, but honestly, for me, it's just not the risk right now. We're still early in the strategy, and this week just sucked. And then having the break the last weekend, we'll just come back next week and start fresh. We have a whole week of trading next week, I believe. I don't think there's anything abnormal, and we'll see what this strategy can do. But followed my plan perfectly, and it worked out today. It's actually been working out. If we have a red trade, that doesn't mean it didn't work out. My goal is to follow my strategy to the T. That way I can see results, hopefully that are the same as the results I have back testing. If I don't follow my plan exactly and I ultimately lose money, I can't fault the strategy because I wasn't following my plan. So that's my goal right now, is to just follow the plan. And I'm not worried about anything else except these highs and lows that form during certain times, and then waiting for a fair value gap after liquidity is taken out on one side. That's all I'm doing. So yeah, so we're ending. We'll go over both of the accounts right now, I guess. So here's the this is the funded account from today, and we're sitting at $1,000 under where we started, and we only have $1,000 worth of drawdown because we did get into some green earlier on. So we gotta kind of pay attention to that. That's why I scaled down to 3 contracts. And then here is the 25K account that I have in it, that's in the evaluation process, that we're using group trading to put 1 contract on at a time on here. I was doing the full 3 or 5 contracts that I was on the funded, but we were getting a lot of losses, and this one came pretty close to failing. So this one is sitting at 750 beneath where we started, and we only have $200 worth of drawdown on this, so that's why we only have one contract going at a time. I'm not worried about either of them. We are going to just keep working on our strategy and keep our contract sizing to where it needs to be to preserve the accounts. And we will see how we do just moving forward in the next couple weeks. I really want to give this strategy like a full month before we make a decision if we want to make adjustments to it or move on to something else. But if it's anything like my back testing, we should be profitable by the end of the month. And that's the plan. We're just going to focus on that. I'm not worried about anything else except what I showed here. I don't give a damn what happened yesterday. I don't care about which direction the trend is going. I don't care what's happening on the 15-minute chart. I don't care what's happening on ES. I don't care what's happening on the dollar. I don't care if the fair value gap didn't break a swing, because in my back testing, I did not focus on any of those things. I just waited for liquidity to be taken out on one side and then got in on the very first fair value gap indicating we're going to the opposite side. That's all I did. And after I went and redid my back testing yesterday because I was getting a little worried, and with the last 7 weeks, it was still profitable. And it may not be as profitable as maybe something else, or if maybe I took some suggestions and changed this, but this is what I have set up for me right now, so that's what I'm going to stick with. But any type of profitability can be scaled. So if we can make 100 points in a month with this, we can scale it up and freaking trade like 50 contracts at a time and make a lot of money. Luckily, it wasn't only $100 or 100 points. It was like $750, I think, with ideal entries, which we're not always going to get ideal entries. So if we can get close to that, roughly 100 points a week, I'm happy with that. And we will just always work on improving. So let me know how you guys did today. If I don't hear from you, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.